Hi, I'm David Pepose. I'm the writer of Spencer and Locke and Going to the Chapel at Action Lab Comics. I'm coming to you live from Rose City Comic Con 2019. For those of you who aren't familiar with my series, Spencer and Locke is what if Calvin and Hobbes grew up in Sin City. It's about a hard-boiled detective whose partner's his childhood imaginary friend. It's a little True Detective, it's a little Fight Club, it's 100% a love letter to classic Bill Watterson and Frank Miller. Spencer and Locke is also a 5-time Ringo Award nominee, including for Best Series and Best Writer. So I promise you it's more than just a gag, it's actually a decent book. And finally, we also have my brand new series, Going to the Chapel. It just came out last week. It's Die Hard meets Wedding Crashers. It's about a gang of bank robbers who thinks it'd be easier to rob rich people's weddings than it would be to rob banks. They're gonna find out just how wrong they are. It's like if Reservoir Dogs had a baby with Arrested Development and then chose to bring that baby to a wedding. If you're a fan of comics like Crowded, The Fix, Sex Criminals, Assassination, you're gonna love Going to the Chapel. We recently got a great, wonderful shout out from actor Patton Oswalt, who picked up our first issue. He said, every week I roll the dice on a brand new title, and man, oh man, did I hit the jackpot with Going to the Chapel. It's very nice of him, so thank you again for that wonderful shout out, Patton. But yes, this has been a wonderful show. We've been meeting so many new and returning fans. We've even got a copy of Going to the Chapel colorist Liz Kramer. She has a con-exclusive wraparound cover. You can see both sides. Liz is terrific. We are already in the process of working on yet another book together. So yes, now that you've heard me give my spiel about my books, let's go around the con and see what other talented creators are on deck. Hi, I'm David Pepose, the writer of Spencer and Locke and Going to the Chapel, and I'm here with DJ Kirkbride, my good buddy.
Oh, hello.
DJ, tell us, what are you up to right now? What are you working on?
I'm working on selling some books that I've written. We got The Bigger Bang and The Biggest Bang, the Amelia Cole series that I co-wrote with this gentleman over here, Adam, and Never Ending, which I also co-wrote with Adam. Errand Boys is my latest series from Image Comics. And then Adam and I also did the Once and Future Queen. And most importantly, Adam drew his first zine, The Guide to Prokimans. It's going to be the first zine to win the Nobel Peace Prize. He's also done wonderful novels like This Starry Deep, The Endless Sky, and Culture Skeleton. And there he is. He's silent, though. But well dressed.
Yes,
like
silent and well dressed. The wonderful Adam P. Nave,
yeah.
Writer and editor extraordinaire.
Yeah, and dancer. Most people don't know that. He's a wonderful dancer.
Is he a tango guy or a canasta guy?
You know what? There's no or, it's all.
He is the dance.
He is Adam of the dance.
DJ, how's the show going for you?
You know what? Everybody's super nice. Portland's a great town to visit. I mean, the main reason I come here is like hang out with Adam and my buddies. You might see Valentine over here, and it's just fun to see people. But then also there happens to be a con, so I do that too.
That's awesome. DJ, listen, I always look to you for advice on this industry because I'm just a baby at all of this. No. For people who are interested in trying to break into the comics industry, what advice would you give them, or what's something that they might think about the industry that they've got completely wrong?
Well, I'll say one thing I always thought personally growing up is like, if somebody has a published comic, that's their job, and that's all they do. So I think, as you're breaking in, know that you'll need a day job.
Yep.
It's good to be responsible, pay your bills. And bottom line is do it for the love. I always tell people that. Don't think you're going to get rich. That's not a reason to do it. Even if you do get rich, that shouldn't be why you do it. You do it because you love it.
So here's a question. If the comic book fairy came up and said, DJ, you can do any book you want, what would your one wish be?
You know what, honestly? I just love doing creator-owned stuff. Like I like to do Volume 2 of the Once and Future Queen, that'd be my answer. Volume 2 of Once and Future Queen.
I was going to say, and Once and Future Queen, that was nominated for a bunch of awards. Remind us what awards that it was up for.
Let's see, it was up for the Dwayne McDuffie Award for Diversity in comics.
Congratulations.
Which was an honor. It was kind of like the one that Adam and I were the most proud of. Like, yes, because we understand. I mean, like I always talk about growing up, like I loved Superman, and I was a little kid who kind of had a big jaw and dark hair, and I'm like, I could be Superman. And we think it's so important for everyone to have that. So it's very special that, girls can say, maybe I'll be queen of the world and have this big ass cool sword and everything. So yeah, that's part of the fun of comics.
Is there any shout outs you want to give? Anything you want viewers at home to know about you, about what you're working on, about any of the books that you already have out? Oh.
Oh, I'll just say shout out. See, all my books are on Comixology if you buy digital comics. If not, you can find them wherever you find comics. And just read comics. And if you like the Marvel movies, which are awesome, try out something. Don't just buy Marvel comics. Buy those too, and then also maybe try out things like Spencer and Locke and Going to the Chapel and Once a Future Queen. Like check out some indie books. Broaden your horizons a little bit because there's a lot of cool stuff out there.
Please do help me pay my bills.
Yeah.
DJ, thank you so much for taking the time, man. I really appreciate it.
Sir.
Adam, so good to see you, buddy. Frank Gogol, for those of us who don't know who you are, tell the world who you are.
I am not David Pepose. Frank Gogol. Can I say I'm a comic book writer yet?
I think so. I think you've earned it.
Okay, I'm a comic book writer. I write Grief for SourcePoint Press and Dead and Kids for SourcePoint Press and some other stuff for SourcePoint Press. I write for SourcePoint Press.
You recently were nominated for a Ringo Award for Grief. Tell us, how did you first find out the news? How did you feel about that?
I found out because Eric Palicki, who helped edit on All We Ever Wanted,
I see,
reached out to congratulate me, and Eric is also nominated for the Ringo Award in the same category, so now he's my enemy.
It's gonna be like a Highlander situation.
Yeah.
There can be only one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's how awards work.
Right. After you murder Eric, you will be supercharged with the quickening, and it will make you write faster. Right? That's how it works.
Yeah. See, in the anthology category, I don't know if it works there because there are like 100 other people involved with the book.
Okay.
I think he'll just get supplanted or replaced.
I asked because you just canceled my post-interview plans. Anyway, yeah. And you're the writer of the runaway success of Dead End Kids.
Was that a Brian K. Vaughan pun? Runaway is Dead and Kids. It's the title of the first volume.
There you go. Yeah. Well, first off, you are gearing up for the third issue. How excited have you been about the reaction of the book?
Excited. Definitely excited. It's overwhelming.
Sure.
Honestly, it's just. I'm glad people like it. I mean, like that's one thing, but that having people be able to get it is a nightmare, and just having to disappoint people every time they reach out to me is just earth-shatteringly heartbreaking, and all the other LY words. I'm glad people like it. I mean, really, I wrote it so people could read it, and so that hopefully they could connect with it, and it seems to be happening, and that's all I wanted.
I'm sure you've got some more things coming in the pipeline. Are you going to be branching out from any other genres besides crime and 90s kids?
Yeah. Drugs and vampires are next.
Oh, okay. Something that every mother can love.
Yes, a little punk rock too.
Awesome. Well, Frank, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Thanks.
Have a good one,
Thanks
buddy.
for having me, man.
Of course. Hi, I'm David Pepose from Spencer and Locke and Going to the Chapel, and thanks for cruising comics with me.